Today, you will need your notebook and something to write with. You are going to take these notes in your notebook. We're going to talk about special cases with solving equations. So copy down this chart, and we are going to talk about the different types of solutions. In level 2, you learned how to solve an equation when the variable was on both sides. And every time you had one solution. Anytime you solved an equation, you would end up with a equals 1, x equals -2, y equals 0, or maybe even z equals 3. This means that anytime you solved an equation, you had exactly one solution. Only that number can be substituted into the equation and make a true statement. So the next type of solution that we are going to talk about is when you get infinite solutions. Mrs. Leganke taught me this last year, and it's something to help you remember infinite solutions. It's a made-up word, and it's called twinfinite. Twinfinite. And this means that twins, they look very similar. They have a lot in common. Some are identical, so they look very much the same. So when you have twinfinite, to help you remember, you are going to get an equation that looks the same on both sides. So the equation might look like 3x plus 2 equals 3x plus 2. It also might need to be distributed. So let's say we have 4x plus 2 equals 2 times 2x plus 1. So if you were to simplify the expression, this expression, we would get 4x plus 2 equals, we distribute our 2, we get 4x, and 2 times 1 is 2. So now it's twinfinite. It's the same on both sides of the equation, on the left and right. If you were to try and solve this, it would look like a equals a. You would end up with something that is the same on both sides. So no matter what number you plug in for a, you're going to get a true statement. Or maybe it looks like -3 equals -3. Well, -3 does always equal -3. It's going to be the same on both sides. Twinfinite. The last type of solution is no solution. So this is when you'll never be able to find a solution. So you may end with something that looks like -3 equals 2. Well, that does not equal. They'll never be equal. So there will be no solution. You might get -1 equals 0. Not true. So no solution. When you are looking at an equation to start with, it may look like 2x plus 3 equals 2x minus 3. Well, your variables, if you look at your variables for this one, 2x is the same, but your plus 3 and minus 3 are different. No matter what you do to 2x, if you add 3 and minus 3, they'll never be equal. If you were to try and solve this, we could subtract 2x from both sides to get our variables together. And these would cancel, and we would be left with 3 equals -3. Well, 3 does not equal -3. Okay, so we are going to look at some examples. So this is going to be example 1. So we have 2x plus 3 equals 2x plus 6. So if I were first to simplify my left side by distributing my 2, we have 2 times x, which is 2x and then 2 times 3, which is 6. We have 2x plus 6 on my left side and 2x plus 6 on the right side. Now looking at this, I can see both of these expressions are the same. They're matching, so they're twinfinite, which means that there is infinite solutions, or all real numbers would solve this equation. So if we were to try and solve this, because if you aren't able to look at this and see that the expressions are the same on both sides and you wanted to try and solve it, we would have 2x plus 6 equals 2x plus 6. What I would start by doing is getting your constants together. So subtract 6 from both sides. Well, if you subtract 6 from both sides, they cancel here, leaving 2x on the left, which equals 2x, and then these cancel. So we have 2x equals 2x. Well, we still have twinfinite. It still matches on both sides. So it's still all real numbers or infinite solutions. You can kind of interchange those terms. If you wanted to take it one step further and divide by 2 on both sides, well, if we divide by 2, this equals 1, so we have x. And if we divide by 2, this also equals 1, and we have x. So we have x equals x. We still, again, have twinfinite solutions. No matter what number you plug in, any number will satisfy and make this equation true. All right, so now we're going to look at example number 2. We have 4a plus 2 equals 2 times 2a plus 4. So again, we need to simplify our expression on the right side. So we're going to distribute our 2. We're going to have 2 times 2a, which is 4a, plus 2 times 4, which is 8. And we're going to keep everything on the left side for right now, and we have 4a plus 2. Now, looking at this right now, I can see that we have the same variable, but our constant is different. So I know right away that this is not going to have a solution. However, you might not look at this and know that right off the bat. So we're going to go through and try and solve it. If I subtract 2 from both sides, then I get 4a, because these cancel. We have 4a plus 6. So from here, I may try to get my variable onto the left side. So subtract 4a from both sides. Well, it's going to cancel out here to be 0. And then we're going to have 0 over here. 0 plus 6. And so we have 0 equals 6. This is not a true statement. So it is no solution. But I'm okay if you notice and recognize from this step up here, 4a plus 2 equals 4a plus 8. If you see that right here, the constants are different and the variables are the same, then you can stop there and say no solution without doing all of this extra work. But if you need to, and you need to go through and try and solve it to get to this point, that's okay too. Okay, we're on example 3. So make sure you get this written down. And we're going to have x minus 7 equals x plus 7. Something that you could do is you could just guess and check by plugging in a number for x. So if I wanted to pick, let's say 3, and I plug in 3 for x, Right away, I see 3 minus 7, which is negative 4, equals 3 plus 7, which is 10. This is not a true statement, so there's no solution. Also, something that you could have noticed right off the bat is that we have the same variable, but the constant is different on both sides, so there's no solution. Another way that you could try and solve this is x minus 7 equals x plus 7. If I add 7 to both sides, these equals 0, so that leaves us just x on the left side. Then we have x equals x plus 14. Again, no matter what number you plug in, you will not have a solution. If you try to get the variables by itself, these equals 0, and then you have 0 equals 14, which is no solution. Okay, so here is another example, example 4, and we are going to first figure out the type of solution. So if we have x plus 2 equals x plus 2, right away I can see that it's the same exact expression on both sides, and that means it's twinfinite. And that means it has infinite solutions. But if you can't tell by looking at that right away, this is what would happen if you try to solve it. X plus 2 equals x plus 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. We have these that equal 0, so that leaves just x on the left side. And 2 minus 2 is 0, so we have x on the right side. X equals x, so again, we have infinite solutions. If I were to plug in a number for x, let's say 3. 3 plus 2 equals 3 plus 2. We have 5 on the left and 5 on the right. It's a true statement. So again, infinite solution. Let's try to plug in 10 for x. So 10 plus 2 equals 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2 is 12. 10 plus 2 is 12. So we have infinite solutions. We're going to get crazy and we're going to try to do, let's plug in 100. So 100 plus 2 equals 100 plus 2. Well, 100 plus 2 is 102. 100 plus 2 is 102. So again, infinite solutions because they're twinfinite.